July 16th, 1969. The world held its breath. On a launch pad in Florida, a machine of unimaginable power, the Saturn V rocket, stood ready. Inside, three men, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins, strapped themselves in, their hearts pounding with a mixture of fear and exhilaration. Their destination, a place no human had ever set foot, the moon. This wasn't just a journey of 240,000 miles. It was the culmination of a decade-long space race, a monumental effort involving over 400,000 people, and a dream that had captivated humanity for centuries. The Cold War was raging, and the United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a fierce competition for technological and ideological supremacy. The Soviets had achieved early victories: the first satellite, Sputnik, the first man in space, Yuri Gagarin. America needed to respond, and President John F. Kennedy had thrown down the gauntlet: land a man on the moon and return him safely to the Earth before the decade was out. The Apollo program was born. The countdown began. 10, 9, 8. With each number, the tension mounted. At 0, the 5 massive F-1 engines ignited, unleashing 7.6 million pounds of thrust. The ground shook for miles as the rocket slowly, majestically began its ascent. For those watching, it was a terrifying, beautiful sight. The Saturn V, a 36-story skyscraper of fuel and ambition, was defying gravity, carrying its precious human cargo towards the stars. Inside the tiny command module, named Columbia, the astronauts were pinned to their seats by the immense G-forces. The ride was violent, a controlled explosion that rattled every bolt and seam of their spacecraft. After just 2.5 minutes, they were already traveling at over 6,000 miles per hour. The first stage fell away, then the second. 12 minutes after liftoff, they were in Earth's orbit, a temporary stop on their cosmic voyage. All systems were go. Mission Control gave the command for trans-lunar injection. The third stage engine fired one last time, pushing them out of Earth's gravity and slinging them on a precise trajectory towards the moon. For the next 3 days, they were travelers in the vast, silent emptiness of space. Through their small windows, they witnessed a sight that no human had ever seen before. The Earth, a stunning, swirling marble of blue and white, shrinking behind them. "It's a beautiful, beautiful view," Armstrong radioed back. They were truly alone. 3 souls in a tin can, with only the hum of their life support systems and the crackle of the radio connecting them to the 7 billion people on the planet they left behind. On July 20th, the moment of truth arrived. Armstrong and Aldrin moved into the Lunar module, a spindly, fragile-looking craft they had nicknamed Eagle. Collins remained in orbit aboard Columbia, the loneliest man in the universe, their lifeline back to Earth. As he circled the far side of the moon, he would lose all radio contact, a solitude unimaginable to most. The Eagle began its descent. "The Eagle has wings," Armstrong reported. The landing was the most perilous part of the mission. The onboard computer, which had less processing power than a modern smartphone, started sounding alarms. It was overloaded. Armstrong, a former test pilot with nerves of steel, took manual control. With fuel running dangerously low, he scanned the lunar surface, searching for a safe spot to land amidst a field of boulders. Back in Houston, the flight controllers were on edge. The fuel callouts became more and more urgent. 60 seconds. 30 seconds. The world listened, captivated by the live audio feed. Finally, a calm voice cut through the static. "Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed." A collective sigh of relief, followed by thunderous applause, erupted in Mission Control and in living rooms across the globe. For the first time in history, a human-crewed vehicle rested on the surface of another celestial body. After hours of checks, the hatch opened. Neil Armstrong, clad in his bulky spacesuit, carefully made his way down the ladder. He paused, and then he stepped off. His boot pressed into the fine gray lunar dust. And then came the words that would be etched into history forever. "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind." Buzz Aldrin soon followed, and his description was just as poetic. Magnificent desolation. For 2.5 hours, they explored this alien world. They planted the American flag, a symbol of their nation's achievement. They collected rock and soil samples that would revolutionize our understanding of the moon's origin. They set up scientific experiments. And they hopped and bounced in the low gravity, like children discovering a new playground. They were pioneers on a new frontier, their footprints the first of our species on another world. Every move was broadcast to an estimated 650 million people watching on television, united in a moment of shared wonder. It was a moment that transcended politics and borders. For a brief, shining time, we were not Americans or Soviets or anything else. We were inhabitants of planet Earth, looking up at two of our own, standing on the moon. But their mission was only half complete. The ascent from the lunar surface was another critical, untried maneuver. If the Eagle's single engine failed to ignite, there would be no rescue. They would be stranded forever. The world waited once more. The engine fired perfectly. The Eagle lifted off, leaving its descent stage and a plaque that read, "Here men from the planet Earth first set foot upon the moon, July 1969, AD. We came in peace for all mankind." They rendezvoused with Collins in Colombia. The three explorers reunited. They jettisoned the Eagle and began their long journey home. 4 days later, on July 24th, their capsule blazed through Earth's atmosphere like a meteor, splashing down safely in the Pacific Ocean. They had done it. They had reached the moon and returned. The Apollo 11 mission was more than just a technological triumph. It was a testament to human ingenuity, courage, and our unyielding desire to explore the unknown. It showed us what we are capable of when we work together towards a common, audacious goal. It changed our perspective of our place in the universe, reminding us of the fragility and beauty of our home planet. The legacy of that one giant leap continues to inspire us today. It pushes us to dream bigger, to reach further, and to continue exploring the final frontier. It's a reminder that even the most impossible dreams can be achieved. Thanks so much for watching this incredible story unfold with me. If you were inspired by this journey, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the moments that defined history. Until next time, keep looking up.